Welcome, welcome. Hold on, there's a Batman car outside my house. That is so cool. Okay, gotta get my shit together. I have a window right in front of me, and I literally just seen a Batman car drive by. It was so beautiful. That was a really fancy car. Anyway, I like a nice car, but I like to hear it go by too. Anyway, we're gonna get into our reading. How about that? How about that? We're going to get into our Libra through Pisces ghosting. So we're going to find out all about why you got ghosted, the reason for it, right after you hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. And I want to thank you for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. We're there. That is official. So I'm super stoked about that. I'm very, very honored, and I appreciate you all very much. On another note, before I begin, I just wanted to let all of the Karen of astrology, all of the Karens of horoscope, all of the Karens of tarot card reading, I would just like to send a message to you all, okay? As much as I appreciate y'all's really negative commentary or really negative energy or really negative comments that won't even make it to show the face of light, because I just insanely can't stand the way that you judge others. So I just wanted to go ahead and put this out there. When I'm experiencing my intuition, that's mine. When you experience your intuition, that's yours. I would never go around judging shit about it. I'm just going to throw that out there, because I'm not going to sit here and not talk about it, because what I'm going to talk about is the Karens, the people who have nothing better to do than troll or bitch continuously about other people's intuition, or about their empath, or about their psyche, or about how much they know about this or that. Or I'm sorry, but when I started reading tarot cards, I didn't know a fucking thing about them. Not one thing. I knew I was intuitive at that time, but I didn't know a fucking thing about tarot cards. And my friend told me, that's the best. That is the best thing that you can do, is just go off your gut. And I did. And I would read them without knowing what the fuck they were. But for some reason, intuitively, I was able to connect with other people and the cards. And I feel that that was my favorite, most passionate time with my tarot cards. And now I just know a little bit more about it. Yes, of course, I don't know everything in the world. Absolutely fucking not. But whatever I say, I mean. Okay? But what I do want to say, and this is something that I would like you to tattoo on your body, you don't get to fucking judge the trauma that I have endured my entire life, or my childhood all the way to now. You don't get to judge that. And that is where I learned to do all of this intuitive empath bullshit. Unfortunately for me, I had to endure that. So you don't get to judge that. You don't get to say where I took that or how much I use that. But what I do know is I alchemize, and I do it for a good thing. I do it for a good cause. I didn't turn into a fucking monster. I turned into somebody who cares about people. But what I don't want you to do, and I want you to tattoo this on your body, you don't get to fucking judge my trauma or the tools that I created to get through and endure my trauma. Because that's, where this comes from. I'm literally empath or intuitive or knowing, because that's where I was raised to do that, unfortunately for me. But what I want you to do is never forget that, okay? And fuck you. Don't you ever fucking write me again. Okay. Let's get started. All right, here we go. Yes, so I just wanted to, clear up a few things here. I don't open Karen mail, and that's why, because I will just pretty much use the entire day to go off on Karens. So Karens of astrology, tarot card world, fuck you. You don't get to judge people. No. Not here, sweetie. That shit goes into the trash immediately. I literally have you on like block, delete. And I am going to address this one time, because I'm told to speak whatever is pushing out, like whatever I'm feeling. And this is what I'm feeling. I have a little bit of anger inside my gut because you make me sick. Okay, don't you ever write me again. You're disgusting. You and that ugly ass dog you wrote in on. Goodbye. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's go. Let's start. I promise I haven't gone crazy. Okay, here we go. with love. Oh, and don't think I don't know who you are. Us bitches know that shit too. All right, let's start. Okay, we're getting into Libra. So, Libra, I heard through a little birdie that you actually got ghosted. So we're going to find out the reasons why you got ghosted. But first, I'm going to get into this oracle reading, in which I'm going to feel your vibe. We're going to get intuitive here. I'm going to be empathic, and I'm going to be very real about it. And I'm going to feel your energy, honey. But I'm going to use these cards too in their oracle. Thank you so much. It's so exciting. I'm so excited that we have gotten to 1,000. I was tripping. My kids and I went out and celebrated at 11 o'clock at night. We went and got McDonald's, burgers, fries. We ate that shit and went to bed. We were very excited. I found out with my boys, and we all started screaming and dancing. Yay! All right. Libra, let's find out how you're feeling, how you're vibing currently, because I want to know so that we can kind of like progress here. Lacking a little bit of passion within the energy. Career is lacking in energy too. Maybe thinking or discovering something new there, or just haven't started something yet. Oh my God, I know. I never eat that shit, but I do. I know. Like, you know what? It's chemicals for a celebration. Chemicals make chemicals. Okay, so you're not feeling very lucky. You're feeling like your career maybe is bombing right now, or maybe you're just lacking in the career situation as of right now. But you are lacking in energy. You got a low tone, a low frequency. I don't know what's going on, but maybe is affecting you in a really serious manner, especially this ghosting. So let's find out through these tarot cards. We're going to get into why you were ghosted. We're going to find out all of the things that you need to know about the ghosting situation, about you and about them, their zodiac sign, and how to get into a likely outcome for the next month or so here, and hopefully kind of like leave this behind you. So this is for those of you who have been ghosted by somebody. Now, you could live in a house with somebody and be ghosted. I'm just going to be clear that it's manipulation. It's abusive to ghost somebody, especially if you're in the house with them. A silent treatment is actually psychologically damaging. It is psychologically really fucked up. But it's a manipulation thing. It's just a way to scare you from being yourself so that you don't get, silenced again. So don't listen to those fools, because I pity the fools. All right, here we go. I knew one would pop out. I just had a feeling. Oh. All right, so we got our Page of Cups. That's in reverse, honey. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands up, Chariot down. All righty. Okay, so unlucky, feeling unlucky with that Page of Cups in reverse. That's just confirming the Oracle reading. All right, so you're feeling really, really unlucky. Your thoughts on the situation was that you're being shut off from this potential suitor, whoever this is, okay? You're feeling like you said yes, and now all of a sudden you're being completely cut off. No expression emotionally, no communication. Just there was some passion here, and you had a vision for what you were going to start here. You were going to start fresh, and this could be like a recycle or beginning new, because honestly, if you're in a relationship and you restart, something, you could simply get ghosted just as easy. I'm sorry, there's like a couple people. Okay. I need to shut my window here. I get distracted. So your thoughts was that this was going to be kind of an adventure. It was going to feel really new. It was going to feel really yummy and start something fresh with this individual. And you were excited because you were like, yeah, I could get real creative and, get real sassy and passionate and, go in the right direction with this situation, with this relationship with this person. And the sex was good too. So that's kind of a bummer, getting cut off from good sex. You're like, damn it. I feel over on this end of things, on their end of things, this is going to be a fire sign for me, or even a water sign, Cancer sign in specific, or a Sag. Yeah, they're very charming. They kind of like come in and they rescue you. Now this literally could be just like are renewed too. They can come in, rescue you, drop you on your ass, silent treatment, and then they can pick you up again and restart the entire pattern. So just know that these are patterns also. But as far as like being single, or if that's what it was, you kind of thought this person was a free spirit. You were very charmed by this individual. They were like really, really exciting. It's just very much the energy of a fuck boy or a fuck girl. That's the energy that I'm getting from this situation. But it's become very erratic. They're thinking that you're being erratic, or the situation or the experience. Okay. They, are very flirtatious with you. They feel very sexual towards you. But again, they feel like this could turn into, or this is very chaotic within a relationship. Okay. And as far as their emotions, they emotionally don't want to force this, and they're feeling like it's a forced commitment. So they want to slow things down with you. They want to, take a little bit of time, slow things down, not be so hasty. Don't get into something that you cannot fucking get out of. But as far as their thoughts on it, yeah, I mean, I think that my feeling is that they were maybe reviving you, but they're not strong enough or courageous enough to be in this crazy fucked up relationship. So that's what I'm feeling is going on here. Yeah. Fear of change, fear of chance that this could, end up terrible. They wanted kind of a new feeling, a new beginning, a new vibe. Definitely wanted some adventure with you, passion, sex. All those things are like super key, but this new beginning or this, restart, it's like, it's a very unlucky situation in the entire vibe, because the two of you do want to hang out, but the one person is like, yeah, no, Libra, I think they just don't want the chaos or the erratic relationship situation. So we're going to find out a lot of the stuff around the situation that you were unaware of. Okay. Okay. 7 of Swords up, 9 of Wands. That is in reverse. We also have our 7 of Wands. So yeah, it's just like it's been a struggle the entire interaction. So what is important here is something that is of a value, and what is important here is passion and moving in the right direction. And it just felt like it was kind of not. It felt like it was kind of like pulling back. Okay, and there was just kind of like a stubbornness added to the situation. But there could even be deception here. It just could be that this is like, you're not really aware of the secrets that surround the situation. You're not really aware of like kind of the knowing of who this person actually was. So they could have had like 10 people behind them. They just stopped in at your house that hour in the night, and then they went to someone else's house. So, I mean, again, that fuck boy or fuck girl energy, and they're not a risk taker. And I know that I want you to know that this is very important, Libra, that you know that you're loving, that you are deserving of love, but sometimes that takes too much courage, too much strength, too much man, too much woman to love you or to love anybody. And this person just is not that man or woman. Okay. That is what I'm saying here, but they do have some secrets. They got some things going around. They got some things going around in their sleeve, but I really think that there's some mental struggle here, and there could even be mental health for you or them, either or, and that could have a huge part of this. Okay. Because there's a rigid kind of giving up feeling here. And just, again, that slowing down, backing off, not being too hasty, not really getting into the situation, because again, there is a lot of distrust within and around the energy of your person. Yeah, yes, it is. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Aries is a fire sign. I'm like, yeah, I think, yeah. I get asked that, and I'm like, I'm not sure now. Is it? Yes, Aries is a fire sign too. And this person could be a fire sign or a water sign. So they could be a fire sign like Aries, yeah. I'm like, I don't know, now that you just asked. Okay, so likely outcome for the next month or so. Okay, so you're going to be confused getting out of this month. Again, there was a lot of truths that you just were not seeing, and you were feeling vulnerable, and you weren't very sure if you should move on. I think that you should move on, because there's a lazy, weak, unstable energy within this. And I don't think that the two of you are actually going to match or make a good match, because whatever they came off as is what you needed in order to like be in this sexual energy with them, probably, or to just be around them in general. They took you on a couple of dates. They were Rico Suave. They were like, here's some wine, here's some steak, here's some fries, whatever the fuck is your main course. I don't know. But the dessert is the poussey, or the D? The pussy or the D? Okay, so that's what they were willing to do. They're willing to go to that length to get the, you know, the fangs, to get all the fangs, honey. Yeah, it's definitely a scary vibe, though. That is a scary thing. Yeah, they just, I mean, in the likely outcome within the next month or so is just you kind of really knowing that this lacked substance. It lacked all the things that mattered in the world. And that is the things that you need for a good relationship. Okay. By the end of the month into July, you're definitely going to be in it, understanding that you just cannot change that person. And, you know, you're going to understand by the end of this month. So just, you're independent, honey. Just keep moving forward. I wouldn't give two fucks. I really wouldn't. It'd be a waste of time. It's not like they're at home crying. So you don't be at home crying, okay? Is she? I wonder what her birth chart is. I love some fire. I'm Earth, so I could jam out with pretty much anybody. I think Leo, though, is the biggest one that is like a no-no for me. That I can't, that's just like unmatching for me. Leo. Virgo's a really good one for me. But that's Earth and Earth, so it's like the water signs kind of fuck me up. I'm just like, ugh. Maybe that's my problem. Scary. Oh, she's a double Taurus girl. Snap, snap. She is fierce. All right, so let's get into our next reading. I'm going to write these timestamps down, or I'm going to be a hot mess later. What are we on next? Libra, Scorpio. Okay, let's get started. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to find out your current energy. So we're going to find out currently where you are through Oracle reading. Now, again, please hit subscribe. And if you are a Karen of astrology or a Karen of tarot card reading, please get the fuck out. Other than that, we're going to start. I can't even tell you. It was like after I hit 1,000, I'm not even shitting you. I got trolled like immediately, way worse than it has been. I mean, I've had death threats and, you know, like people saying they're going to come at me and, you know, do terrible things and I'm going to hell or this or that. But this lady or man or whatever really bothered me. Just kind of trying to take away the things that make you who you are intuitively or psychically or whatever it is that you kind of like grab onto, or is it within you? Those are things that are grown. Like that takes a long time for that to happen. I mean, that doesn't happen on accident at all. Like that shit happens because of fucking childhood shit. So like, it's like, bitch, honey, child, boo. Like you're your mother's bitch. You are literally never ever going to tell me how I experience my intuition or my connection to spiritual or my connection to everyone else. Like you don't get to do that. Like it took me a lot to be this. So you can, you know, go lick something that burns, please. It's just like, I mean, congratulations if you haven't turned into a monster. That's all I feel like. That's how I feel about it. Okay. All right, Scorpio. In the middle of manifesting. Good, good. Keep it up. Art, honey. Really seeking some truth. Really wanting to grow, maybe evolve. Maybe needing some truth on a relationship. Lacking a little bit of passion. Maybe the bedroom's a little bit lonely. Or maybe you're just lacking a little bit of passion when it comes to the things that you're really striving to be around. Maybe you're working to work and you're getting paid for it, and that's wonderful. But sometimes it's really nice to get paid for things that you really love and enjoy doing, which we should be able to do that anyway, but that's just not the case. Like something that burns. I know. That is the good one, huh? That literally just came out of my mouth. I've never said that in my life. And all sorts of things came to my mind when I said it. Like all sorts of things that burn in so many different ways. So many different burns. Yeah, like that all came into my brain, popped up. Dude, because those things, when you say shit like that, it's almost like a little bit of a snippet of a poem or something, or like a really good book. It's like somebody's like, what? What do you mean by that? Like, that would really run me over. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, burn what? What am I supposed to, like, what kind of burn? What kind of, like, yes, that would throw me the fuck off. Okay, so again, in manifestation, I just feel like maybe there's some information or just some knowledge about something or the truth that is a little bit off here. It's definitely lacking in energy, as well as that passion. So we're going to find out your zodiac sign of that person who ghosted you. And I'm going to find their house. What did I say I was going to do? I was going to call them, or I'm going to stop by their house. I'm going to whip their ass. No, I'm kidding. We're just going to talk shit. All right, here we go. I know I have that like totally in my brain now. I should write that and make a shirt that says that. Like something that burns, man. All right. Yeah, justice information, feeling some unfairness here for sure. For sure, for sure. All right, Page of Cups down, Justice up, World down, Queen Cups down. Okay, feeling a little low in the inspiration, a little low in the passion, maybe a little low in connection or feeling, but you're definitely wanting to learn from this person. I don't know what that means yet, but we're going to figure it out. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, your thoughts were yes. You're feeling like they're a little shut off right now. They've shut down as far as like getting into any kind of situation, maybe, or just even in talking emotionally. There's no communication at all, probably with the two of you, or lack of. Emotionally, justice up. Yeah, that's not fairness and stuff. I feel like fairness wise, and even injustice, you're like, this is injustice. I put in all this effort. I put in all of these things about me. I put it in the circle. We put a light on it, and you and I were going to do this and that. And now it's all fucked up. Okay. So you feel like they're treating you poorly. You feel like you put so much effort into the situation, and you feel like there's no gift at the end. There is no fucking bowl of gold. There is no leprechaun. There is no motherfucking anything. There is no presents under the tree, honey. You're very irritated by that. That is very irritating, but you really like a balance. You were thinking it was going to be a balanced thing. But what I'm going to say is this is probably karmic. I feel like this is definitely a learning thing for you. And that, my dear, is a bowl full of gold. Way more so than whatever this person could bring you. Okay. That will show you so much more. Yeah. So efforts here emotionally, you're just kind of like kinked over because emotionally you put some things into this already. So we're going to find out a little bit more here. And it could have been a new beginning. And if this resonates in the opposite way and you have a relationship, then that's just how it resonates for you. They could be water sign, maybe. Could even be an air sign. All right. So their thoughts, they had some wishful thinking here as far as getting into a relationship with you, Scorpio. So they were feeling like, really, really good about it. They were feeling like, this almost completes them kind of vibe. Okay. They were excited. They were going to bring, the two of you together. They were throwing some things in too. They weren't not doing anything over here. But they just felt like something was taking a long time. They felt like something was taking a long time. They felt like it could have been like, almost like, it didn't make sense. Something didn't make sense to them. Something energetically or intuitively, they probably felt this. But in their heart of heart, because they emotionally couldn't detach from this, they literally couldn't bring it together. They could not bring this new beginning together because they felt as if there was something else going on. They felt like, there was something here and they couldn't ignore how it felt. Okay. Because they don't like to worry. They wanted to worry less, especially if they were in this relationship with you. They didn't want to be a worrywart in a relationship with you. That's just not where they were at. And it was very stressful for them to even be in that place. That's yeesh. Yeah, they definitely were not vibing the situation because they weren't uncaring. They weren't trying to be uncaring, but they didn't want to be like intense and worry and overthink and be all damaging and really fuck this up. So it's like that's where they were. And when people get like that, sometimes they dip, they ghost. Okay, let's get into the real reason why. Could have been another person in the situation. Now, this could have been you, Scorpio, because again, they were feeling like in their gut, in their heart of hearts, they felt like something was off. They felt like there was not a consistent communication. There wasn't consistent emotional expression. Nothing was consistent about the situation. Nothing really like went in a circle and was complete. It always stopped halfway through. Okay. So I feel definitely like this person that is with them or the third party is somebody who cares a lot about them and they constantly talk it out. So they could have been in between the relationship and then went back because they talked it out. Now, this could have been Scorpio. This could have been you, or this could have been the person you're dealing with. Okay. And I feel like they were learning how to almost like they were really trying to learn how to have good intention, but they just wanted to push forward with this person and talk it out. And again, kind of start their pattern wherever their pattern takes them. That's where it takes them. But you were over here like, okay, so again, now this could be you too. So, I mean, you could have done this with them. You could have done this against them. And this would have been the same thing. The goal here would have been to go back to your old person, work shit out, and get into a place where you could be wild, be free, move forward, have a good day. But then you'd be leaving this person over here like, I was fucking right. I was fucking right. You were fucking around. You were with somebody, you know, third party situation for sure. Likely outcome here. 9 of Wands down, 2 Cups down. Knight of Swords. All right. Okay. So Scorpio, it had to have been you. Because you going back to this relationship, it's going to be a real high moment. It's exciting. You're right back into it. You're back into a balance. You're back into something that makes motherfucking sense, because this shapes how you feel and how you like think or see things or feel connected. This is the person that makes you feel. It makes you feel like you're not needing to force a fucking thing. But I feel like that's really screwed up because you shouldn't have done that. Okay. If you know you're going back, you know there's a pattern, you know, then that's just an excuse to go be in a third party situation. So stop doing dumb shit. Okay. That's weird. I don't care how quick or, you know, how like innocent it might have been or how good intended. Come on now. Okay. Yes, because you feel like you kind of saved the day. You come in, you're very like passion fueled. You get back into your old relationship. It's very exciting. You're the hero again. I don't think it looks intelligent, but your person thinks you look intelligent, smart, something like that. I mean, but all right. Yeah. So likely outcome, again, being a risk taker, just really like letting go of that like tiny bit of a relationship you kind of were starting and making it not long-term, because again, you don't have time for long-term because you're in a relationship. Okay. All right. Let's move forward. I'm going to write down my timestamp. Give me 2 seconds. Da-da-da. All right, so let's get started here. We're going to move on to Sagittarius. Scorpio, please hit subscribe. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I know that you're not going to like me right now, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, Sagittarius, let's find out what's going on with you. Who ghosted Sagittarius? Everybody. Run. All right. So Sagittarius, we are going to find out currently what your energy is, what your vibe is, where you are tone-wise. Man, those third parties are exhausting. It's like, hey, like it's hard enough for me to like hang out with one person, let alone 3 or even 2. Let's go, Sagittarius. All right, here we go, Sag. Are you a Sagittarius? All right, so the ghosting's got you all up in the vibes. Grieving, low on energy, definitely when it comes to grieving. So it's probably something you don't want to be grieving. You don't want to be like, oh, over like, you know, being ghosted, because that pisses us off more than anything, because it's really easy to be like, hey, you know, I don't like you. Goodbye. Okay, great. Moving on. But you start grieving like, what the hell's wrong with me? And you start questioning yourself. Like it does all sorts of stuff psychologically, like in just like the thoughts. Whew, I don't know if that's just me or if it's everybody, but yeah. Anyway, So you still have intact your courage, your strength to deal with this stuff. So just continue to move through it with that. But the confidence and your positivity and your optimism, that is a super on high still. So like that's a huge plus. Like this is going to manage your way through the situation. But you are grieving it a little bit. So I don't know if it had a huge effect on you or if you're dating the person a really long time. Or maybe you were just like really into this person and it really confuses you and you're kind of like, God, like, what the? And it's just like fucked you up. Let's find out though, because now I'm like interested. I got lots of confidence, but I got ghosted. What? Like that don't happen to me. I get ghosted. It's fucking over. I'm in bed for like 2 weeks. All right. Let me look at the cards. Give me a second. Weird. Okay, so your person probably is a water sign. Could be an air sign, I guess. For sure it could be. Okay, so your thoughts on the situation or your thinking was that you were going to focus on this one. Okay. You were like, I'm going to do this because you kind of believed maybe you were thinking about it so much that you brought it into your life. So you were very determined. You were feeling very capable in the situation. You didn't have a problem at all. You felt like you had all the tools in the world, all the things to move forward in this new beginning, which you thought had a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential. Okay. Emotionally, you're feeling like the calm is now and the storm's over. You feel like the troubles are definitely in the past when it comes to this situation. And it's almost like you're just feeling like kind of like, I'm just going to move away from it really slowly and just kind of get out of here. You definitely know that it's time to move on from this. But this is, something that emotionally has you feeling troubled. Okay. And then over on this side, yeah, they thought, their thinking on it was that you were going to be the wishes, all the wishes that they were thinking about wishing. They thought you were that. They thought all the things were coming true. They were very excited about it. They were very proud of it. This is not a bad thing over here. And it's like they were getting what they wanted. Okay. But I feel as though emotionally they were feeling like they would have to sacrifice with you because you and them were static, kind of just sitting there, kind of like quiet or numb or boring. Somebody was fucking boring. Or the two of you just made a combination of boring. I don't know what it is. But they felt bored as fuck. And they felt like if they stayed, they would be sacrificing, having to sit still, I guess. I don't know. But they definitely didn't want to give up their, whatever it is that they mentally or physically are doing in their life. They did not want to give that up. It just wasn't the day for them. Okay. And they didn't want to be in this new beginning and have to change their viewpoints or have to change how they felt when they're just sitting around in a relationship, boring as fuck. They didn't want to have to shift anything. They didn't want to have to transform. They didn't want to give you the energy. Okay. That is not something they thought they were going to be able to do. So they dipped, they walked, whoever this is, they walked. Okay. And we're going to find out a little bit more about that. So let's find out specifically what's going on. Okay. So just to be clear, this is something that you're both having to heal from. It wasn't just one of those things where they're like, yeah, they thoroughly were like trying to think that through probably. But am I willing to sacrifice, seeing the world this way? And then I'm in a relationship with Sagittarius and I have to see it this way now, or I have to do it this way now, or I have to be comfortable just sitting there and being bored as fuck. Okay. Bored meaning feeling not evolving, not growing, not creating, not changing, no passion, however that resonates. But it's like Five of Cups in reverse. They definitely tried to see it in a different light. They were trying to see the changes so that they didn't really make a mistake. They didn't want to fuck up. They didn't want to, get into a place where that they needed forgiveness and, all this, oh, I'm sorry. And apologies were flying all over the fucking place. But I feel like you both kind of, you sucked. You sucked at the relationship. Both you weren't very good at it. Okay. And it was like you just kept, you guys kept continuing to fight, either together or you were continuing to fight to be in the relationship. But I mean, I feel like you probably knew that this was going to be going on, okay? Because the conflict or whatever it was going on in the situation needed to be cleared up. This needed to be dealt with, okay? And it still feels kind of undecisive. And that might be why you're grieving, because there's like no closure here. And I feel definitely as if almost like there was an aggressive maybe ending to it. Just unclear, kind of foggy-ish. Definitely. That's how I'm feeling. All right, let's get into a likely outcome for you, Sagittarius. Looks like it's going to be a great month. Okay. So you're going to continue to be confused, and that's fine. You just probably don't know the whole truth. And that's fine too, because I think if somebody's in the relationship, they're in it, right? Unless there's some more information that you're unaware of. So that's just the thing. And you're going to have a little bit of anxiety about it, a little bit confused about it. And that's totally normal, totally natural. But I feel like, you know, in the upcoming month, all the way into July, you're going to be coming back real quick to connect with your own self, okay? Because you're a very passionate person. You're very passionate about your ideas and what you do. And I don't think that this person's going to stop you from doing that, right? I feel like you're going to be, you know, kind of loyal to your own self and really get past these past issues with this Page of Wands that is upright. I feel like that's going to happen. You're going to push forward, continue with that confidence for sure. Definitely continuing with the confidence, okay? There's so much good intention behind you. I wouldn't worry about this month. I think that the energy is going to rise back, and I think you're going to come back from that, you know, like being sad or coping with it. I think it's going to be totally fine. I mean, I think you're going to be ready to, you know, like chase down something extra this month. I think that like passion-wise or creative-wise, I think you're going to be like in a place where you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to go chase that down and quit crying. I'm going to move on, move forward, get into July, and I'll be happy. Or try to be happy. You're a pretty positive person. I know. When are we not confused? I mean, it's always going to confuse you. I mean, you're always going to be questioning why that happened. That's just going to be something you're going to be like, what? Like, what? Like, why? All right, let's move forward. All right, please go hit subscribe if you haven't. You're so welcome. I'm so glad that you came in and you are a Sag. All right, we're on Aquarius, aren't we? Let's get into Aquarius 37. All right. Here we go, Aquarius. We're going to find out what's going on. That last relationship, it just felt so boring. Yeah, that connection felt very boring. But I felt like it's almost like what did they want? You to like scream at them? Like, what did they want? I don't know. That really bothers me too. Now I'm grieving. I'm upset. Okay, Aquarius, let's find out where you are currently. Current energy, we're going to find out through Oracle. We'll confirm through the tarot card. And we will find out what's going on as far as being ghosted. Lots of manifestors. Currently in a manifestation, maybe just thinking about something. Overthinking, not. Oh, see? What I say? See, don't do that with the Sagittarius. I'm surprised you didn't ghost them. Because normally, with Sag, that would have been just like, Sagittarius, no. We don't do that in this house, sir. All right, so lacking a little bit of movement. You could even be lacking some sort of a travel or a vacation or something to do with moving into a different house or just movement in general. Trust is definitely on the mind, just kind of seeking out some answers or light or information on that. But, I mean, you're not in a negative, like, weird space at all, Aquarius, okay? You are manifesting or in the process of manifesting, however that resonates, but we're going to find out through tarot. But I mean, the trust and the movement could be travel, it could be vacation, or just, you know, a direction that you're supposed to be going. These are all positive though. That moving's a little bit, it's almost like, I don't know, I just feel like that moving has something to do with it. Okay. Yeah, you don't want no drama addict? No. some more. There we go. Okay. I didn't feel it that time. Okay, here we go. All right, Aquarius, you could be dealing with a water sign or an earth sign in specific. No. Let's see. Let me feel. Okay, so your person is walking away. They did walk away, or they are walking away, and it's just too late on their note. With their mind and their thoughts and what they're thinking through cards, it's just like they're very hopeless. They feel like everything about whatever they're needing here emotionally, whatever they're needing here as far as like a connection or anything that isn't feeling like it's lost, they need it fixed. They needed it fixed, and they could still be trying to fix the situation. But if it is not fixed and things are unanswered, they will walk away. Or if they already have them, that's where that's at. Okay. But they emotionally put a lot of hard work into the situation with Knight of Pentacles. They put in a lot of hard work. They were very realistic when they got into the situation. Very, very stable, very much grounded or like down to earth. I don't think that they needed a lot here. Okay. I don't, honestly. They were thinking that this could definitely be a really creative relationship. And I think that would have been perfect for you, Aquarius. Definitely. You over here feel like that, you know, your thoughts on them and this relationship, it was like a super ambitious relationship. And you were like, I'm going to pursue this. This is just where you were. And you're very determined to be in a really passion fueled situation or a success when it comes to love. That's just kind of where you're at or thinking or wanting. But you're looking like there's no focus, okay? You're looking like this person has no focus. They don't have focus on me. They're impulsive. They're holding back. They're a little frustrated. But this person was like, I need you to do it. Okay, so they needed you to put the energy in. And it was like, you were like, no, though. But no, like what? Emotionally, I mean, you're clear-minded, but emotionally you're feeling like you were, yeah, emotionally you just needed some balance probably. Just needed some peace around your end and their end for sure. You needed some growth, some changes, and that wasn't happening. And it was like there's a lot of temptation walking around, and it's like you're like, I'm over here not being tempted. Are you? Okay, that was, for some reason, I keep bringing that thought up, like the tempting thing keeps being brought up because you're kind of burnt out. You were kind of burnt out yourself, or you're feeling like they were burnt out. You're not, it could resonate either way, but there was a needing of kind of like, almost like to pull out or slow down, pull out of the situation. I mean, because the holding back over here, you feeling like they're like holding back completely, it's because they were trying to make you put forth the effort so that they didn't have to. So it's almost like they were like, I just want the bare minimum. And if you cannot give that answer, and if you cannot do that or meet those standards, I'm walking. And that's what they did, or that's what they're about to do. Okay. Let's get into why. Ooh! Here we go again. Could it be third party? Yeah. Somebody, maybe even this third party, it could be a water sign, but I feel like this person's very masculine, energy wise, masculine, just being like, if it's a woman, it's somebody who just really kicks some ass. They're emotionally connected. They're emotionally got their shit together, but they're definitely an independent person, a very mature, wise, strong person who just does all the work. And that's kind of where you might have been heading. Okay. Sagittarius or Aquarius. I feel like you might have been headed towards this third party. And if it resonates the other way, that's where it goes. But this third party really put things into perspective of just like acting on it. You just acted on it, whoever it was. Okay. You were like, I'm just going to do this because I feel like this is the best choice. Let's find out more around this. Okay, so it was the ending of a cycle anyway, no matter what. So this relationship was coming to an end, whether it was long or short, it doesn't matter, okay? It was just you or them were not fearing anymore here. You just kind of went with it. You didn't want to hold on to the past. You were hesitant about moving forward, though. There's a hesitation about movement. There's a hesitation about, like leaving things behind. So it's just like the direction, the best direction would be to go away from this person or you. Okay. Yeah. So just kind of closing the door on that situation, but you did it with a third party. So that's kind of fucked up, but I get it. I understand. It's fine. It's just where you were at. Okay. And it was like timing had a lot to do with this too, especially with this new beginning that you got involved in, or they got involved in, however that resonates. Let's find a likely outcome for Aquarius. Okay. Yeah. So this relationship, you're wanting to, throughout this next month, all the way in July, you're wanting to figure it out. You want to know more about it. You want to get into a place if you can see if it actually works. Okay. And I feel like it's a very balanced relationship. I think that, the past is going to come up. The last situation will come up, whether that was you or not, whoever was in the third party. I feel like the past will come up, and the efforts that were there, I think maybe they'll come back up and be like, hey, or you will. So trying to get back into that situation could even be, but it's like, you're definitely going to want to watch your spending this month. That's being indicated with 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And watch the control issue. As somebody has a control issue, this could be your third party or that last person. But I feel like, even with this person or the last, like you just kind of like feel in over your head when you're dealing with relationships right now. I don't know if that is, but stop spending money. All right. Yeah, the control issue would definitely be a power imbalance. So I feel like that would make you feel very funny in a relationship no matter what. All right. Let's get into the rest of these readings. What do we have next? I think we just have Pisces next. Just Pisces. All right. Go hit subscribe, Aquarius, before you check out. Pisces, you are up next. We're going to get into your reading. Here we go. This is the last of the zodiacs. And then I'm going to get into celebrity readings next. So that'll be nice. These ghosting readings are so much fun. They're just like very light. I enjoy them way more. Just like relaxed. Dang it. I knew I missed one. I'm like, I'm missing one, I feel. All right. Let's do Capricorn then. Okay. So Capricorn. Excuse me. You missed 5 of them. Thank you for reminding me. Good Lord. What would I do if you weren't here? I'm just like starting to feel lost if I don't have you in my room. I'm like, good Lord. All right. All right, Pisces. Let's find out what's going on currently for you. And then we're going to get into, of course, your tarot card reading that will confirm that. And we'll move forward from there. All right, here we go. Those literally jumped out. Okay, so energy is lacking. Low on energy when it comes to financial health and some honesty or some truth. So maybe some information that you're needing to move on from something. There will be no reconciliation on this situation. There will be no going back into this relationship, whatever this was for you. Okay. And this is going to resonate in you either single, living with someone, however that resonates, just allow it to be where that is. As far as information or truth, that has not happened. So that currently is something that you're dealing with. That might even be, kind of a reason why you're not getting back together with someone or somebody coming back in, because maybe you're not being honest about something. But the financial health is definitely also something to do with the relationship or the situation at hand. So let's find out. And hopefully you didn't run off and get married, Capricorn. Or maybe you just have no money to get away from the person. Who the fuck knows? This shit happens all the time. Money always comes into play. And the money gods. No, thank you. No, don't say sorry. Don't say sorry in here. If you are telling me a fact and you're not a Karen tarot card reader, astrology person, listen, I appreciate you telling me, because otherwise I would have had to come back on here, make another thumbnail picture and be like, whoops, I forgot Capricorn. So, little guardian angel, never hurt anybody. All right, here we go. Okay, so Capricorn, thinking about this situation is putting you in a place where you're feeling like this would have put you so far back when it comes to progress. You feel like the relationship was being very slow. It was very restricted. It was very much not in your control. It wasn't in any way the movement on the situation or the relationship or the friendship or the connection with your ghost was slow. Very slow, like snail slow. Okay. Very, very slow. And you're a person, water sign or an air sign, Libra in specific. Yeah. And you are emotionally very jealous. You're very angry. Again, this could be vice versa, but I'm just feeling like you're very, almost like feeling like the thoughts that you're thinking to your own self, you're actually keeping inside, which is weird because like, that's probably why you're feeling like a little erratic, a little out of control, a little upset and jealous and angry, because if this person doesn't know that they're like creating this feeling inside of you, they cannot do anything to aid it, you know? So that's, you know, number one. Yeah. And you feel like you feel like your person is unsure about you. You're feeling very probably insecure, I guess, when it comes to that kind of situation, but you're not communicating this. You're not expressing yourself emotionally to them. I mean, that sounds like a good time. This is why I'm not in a relationship. I don't need all that jazz. I mean, that's a hot mess. Ooh. I mean, yeah, you're just emotionally kind of being an idiot right now. You're just erratic a little bit. I mean, that's fine. That's fine to be emotional, but I feel like the intensity is up a notch. Okay. Over on their end of things, that they're emotionally bummed out. They feel like this is kind of like a bad turn of events, and the truth is definitely needed in the situation. They're wanting to know the truth too, or they're wanting to give you some truth, but the honesty needs to be said. And you're holding stuff back, Capricorn. So maybe they need you to be like, what's up? Like maybe they need you to emotionally, with control, tell them what the fuck's wrong. Because I don't think they even know. Yeah, they think that you're being dishonest. They think that you're lacking any accountability in the situation. They feel like you're lacking any responsibility. You're not accepting the information. You're not accepting their information, and you're not accepting information to come to them. Definitely. They think that you're unfair and you're a blamer. You're blaming them for all of this. They think that when it comes to being the person to blame, they'll take some, but they feel like you're the person. They do. Let's find out really what is going on here. All right. So I feel like because there's lack of trust, there's lack of peace in this relationship. I think that this is almost like you need to find acceptance in the cycle of a relationship, or just accept that this is the time to kind of open the door to a new beginning and shut the fucking door on the other one or whatever. But before you shut it, hopefully, you know, talk it out or whatnot. But I feel like the things around the situation. Okay. The financial card in the beginning, you're, you know, kind of like burnt on the finances right now. Okay. So there is an Ace of Pentacles coming up with, you know, within the month or so. So if you were to actually let go of this shit and this energy and this unnecessary drama or relationship or whatever this is, or this ghosting vibe, I feel as though this new opportunity is going to come up. Okay. I feel like this had to happen type of thing. So kind of like a karmic situation, or, you know, like the world goes around and for some reason everything's connected and there's no coincidences. And as soon as you accept the inevitable in your relationship, you can accept a new beginning. Huh? Financially. Yeah. Money over love. Yeah. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. There's trouble here anyway. And there's a lot of fucked up words being said back and forth, and that's probably why you're just not talking anymore anyway. There's some game playing going on. Most definitely game playing going on. Okay? And you both are being very defensive. There's a lot of defensiveness going on. Yeah. So, I mean, the things that are kind of underneath the situation is that there could be a game player going on. Your person could be, fucking around on you. Who knows? But the bottom line is if you move on from the situation, Capricorn, you accept the cycle has ended and you get a new opportunity financially. You could restart this new beginning, fulfilling some sort of long-term happiness, peace, leaving back that turmoil, getting the fuck away from that. I think that's a plus. I think it is. It is. All right. Last two cards here. Yeah, letting go. So you're going to let go. You will. You'll realize you'll have a self-realization. You'll want to get, in a place where you can find redemption for it, of course. But you feel like this could be an invitation, this new beginning of finances. You feel like this could be an invitation for you to really shine. I think so too. Because the true motives here if those things appear, they appear. But the true motives behind either of you, I feel like if you let go of that control or feeling like you're going to miss something, you're not going to miss shit. Okay? You don't want to fucking know why. They don't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit. Stop caring about something that is over. Okay? This is an awakening right here, right now. Move the fuck on so you can move up in the money bag. I mean, you don't want to be in limbo anymore. No. All right. Capricorn, go hit subscribe. Please do Hangman Tarot. We're going to move into our Pisces. So we're a little bit zigzagging back and forth here. We're going to get into Pisces. And then we're going to be at the end. I thought we were at the end, but we are not at the end. 12. Okay, so we're going to find out Pisces. We're going to get into your current energy, find out where you are throughout your frequency, your vibes. All right, here we go. JM. What's your real name? Do you just go by JM? All right, Pisces. Let's find out what's going on. Girl. All right, just currently not connecting with your abilities to be psychic, your abilities to be intuitive. It's probably because those Karens told you you're wrong. And you were like, fuck it, I'm not going to be psychic anymore. It's Jessica. Well, hello, Jessica. I used to have a really good friend named Jessica. I have not been friends with very many Jessicas, but the favorite Jessica that I've had in my life would be the Jessica Rabbit. Oh shit. Was that her name? Jessica Rabbit? Off of, I'll have to think about it. I don't even know the name of that movie. Just being big. Oh, do you get trolls or like I don't understand if anybody here can tell me a little bit more about these trolls, because from what I have seen or watched, I guess, has been them kind of like leaving fucked up comments, but I'm able to just kind of delete them without really even reading them. But I feel like they intensified overnight. I just don't like it. It almost made me feel like I wasn't supposed to be here. They're terrifying people. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. How do you live a life when you're so concerned, so angry, and so pissed? It's like, good Lord. God gave me a different gift than it gave you, honey. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about anybody. I don't give a fuck what book you learned from. I don't give a fuck what your intuition or psychic ability is. I don't give two shits. All I know is about mine. It's like those women or men, whomever those trolls are vicious about that shit. It's like they don't want you to have an experience. They don't want you to be different. It's scary. Anyway, so in a space of transformation, you are grieving though. So you're probably grieving this ghosting situation. I'm sure of it. Really? Is it you? Are you that person? Yeah, because like as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, even I actually hit 1,000 subscribers 3 different times now. Because the first time the troll pulled 5 accounts. So it waited until I was right there, almost at 1,000. It put all its subscribing fake accounts on there and it pulled them off. So I actually hit 1,000 twice yesterday and once the other night. So that's all I know about that. But anyway, so current energy for Pisces. Again, lacking a little bit when it comes to your abilities to be psychic or intuitive. Maybe you're just not playing with that. Maybe you're just not feeling it, or maybe you're like, what the hell's going on here? Maybe it's being affected. I mean, you are grieving and you are in a shift or transformation. So kind of like a tower energy, tower vibe, but there is beauty that kind of surrounds around it. I really feel like that the beautiful part or the empowerment will come. It will come with time, especially after the situation. I feel like this might have even brought you into kind of a tower energy. This is so weird. I don't usually get the tower kind of energy here. No, I'm just kidding. I would, and I'm welcome. I welcome trolls, non-trolls. I'll welcome you all in. Welcome all the Karens of the astrology world. I welcome you. Just don't tell me how to feel. Don't tell me how to experience things. And don't tell me I don't experience things. It's just wild. It is just wild. Never in my life heard people talk that way. I mean, I have, obviously, but I'm aware of it, though. So now it's loud. Once I hear it, I'm like, what did you say to me? What? You can punch me in the face. Do not tell me that. I don't feel shitty here. Like, who are you? All right, let's get into this reading. All right, Pisces, let's find out why you're currently in that energy. Okay. All right, so you are really trying to move forward. The control here is something that you're trying to let go of. It's really hard because it's something that you do not want to step back from it. You definitely don't want to. You do want to move forward. You don't want to be in limbo with this situation. You want to see it for what it is, okay, whatever that means. This is going to be an earth sign or an air sign. Somebody who spends a lot of money. They're a little risque with the money. Could have been spending your damn money. All right. So emotionally, they feel as though, I mean, it could have been you too, though. They feel like you're really guarded. Okay. And you're emotionally over here, like feeling like this person's really bossy. You're very bossy. I feel like emotionally you're always trying to control, or else you're trying to control the situation. But I feel like you're thinking that they're having a very controlling, issue when it comes to the way that they're being in this relationship. And I feel like you're being arrogant, you're being quite bossy, and I don't really like it. And all of the attitude and the domination is making me a little uncomfortable, putting me in a place where I want to let go. I want to step back. But like, you can't let go of control just because somebody's trying to tell you to. That's just kind of where your energy is, though. And you have to explore what's going on. And it's like, that's not happening. Emotionally, there is no communication. There's no communication. There's no emotional expression. Not about any of it. Is what free? What? Okay. So over on this end of things, I mean, they have a very stable and structured kind of energy about them, but I feel like they feel like you should just take a seat, rest a little bit. But they're very controlling. They're like telling you what to do while they're ghosting you. They think you're very neglectful. They feel like you're negative Betty, whatever that means. They definitely sense negativity off you quite often. And it's almost like, yeah, I mean, they could be like rest and heal, especially if you're in a tower moment. I wouldn't be surprised. But they think that, living in this situation would be really stupid. This would be really stupid because emotionally they're defensive. They feel like you're playing games. They definitely feel like there's trouble in this love situation. And there's careless words kind of going back and forth. So, you guys might be talking, yakking shit at each other. But as far as like, really trying to learn how to make a decision here or not worry or not feel like this is a huge loss. This is just, that's the hands are up in the air. That's just, they feel like this is not productive to move forward. Oh, I do charge for, just reads though, like live. They're like $5 or $10. Okay, so let's find out why though, like what's really behind all this. There is some trauma kind of intertwined here, some sleepless nights, of course, and just feeling like a little hopeless. So that hopeless feeling about a relationship really puts you into a space where you want to ghost. That's where they dip. That's where they ghost. Okay. And the competition, they feel like there's competition. There's always a challenge in the situation. And I feel like we're always butting heads. Okay. There's trouble here. There's an insecurity here. And we're always our egos are always angry at each other. We're defensive even when we're not. So that's where the ghosting comes in, the dipping. Okay. So this did catch you off guard. This is really putting kind of like a curveball in the relationship. It came around out of nowhere. And this is something that you felt like this relationship was going to kind of overcome this. And it kind of broke your heart. You felt betrayed. You feel a lot of grief right now with this Three of Swords up. This is definitely indicating that silver lining as of right now has not appeared. That's just how you're feeling. I definitely feel like you didn't know the truth. You were blind to it the entire time. And once there was a decision that needed to be made, you weren't talked to about it. You might have heard things here and there throughout fighting with each other or whatever it was. But the answer here is simply player. Playa. Playa. What's the likely outcome? Let me do my, hold on. Likely outcome here. Okay. So you're determined. You're going to be extremely mature. You're going to be, you know that you have a lot of passion, you have a lot of power behind you, but you know that you need to move forward especially with some determination, just, fierceness, get out of this. Even if you have to get some sort of support, some sort of sense of community or connection, or just kind of like fall into your work. You could even fall into your work, really get into a place of harmony, not just for, the sake of everybody or a community or like connection with everybody, but yourself. Okay. Support yourself, save yourself, be your own fucking hero type vibe. But I definitely think that this relationship is confusing. There is somebody who is mean. There is somebody who's mean as fuck on here. One of you two is mean as fuck, but it would turn very stagnant, especially with all the control. Like, how can you grow and change and mold yourself if you're being controlled? Whether or not it's in a relationship, I mean, that's none the wiser. I mean, like, control puts you into a cage and you cannot grow when you are in a fucking cage. Like, that just doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of an asshole anyway. I think that you're better off without the structure and the stability, or the control for the control person, the control freak. They're an asshole. They're a player. They're probably dirty dog. Dirty dog. You're better off without them, Pisces. All right, I'm going to timestamp. Hold on. Please go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please and thank you. Go ahead and click the bell so you don't miss any of my notifications here at Hangman Tarot. I got to move on. I got to check out of this video and go start up my celebrity tarot readings. Please, if you would like to follow me over there, I will be up in about 2-3 minutes, but I'm going to get into a celebrity reading. So it'll be exciting to see which one I choose for today. I will see you all soon. Share, like, and follow if you would, please and thank you. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your beautiful Saturday. We'll see you later.